Hey everybody, Propjosh here with another update. So you probably heard yesterday, the other day, or whenever you're watching this video, that Stan Lee passed away. And I just want to do a little tribute, talk about him, what he meant to me, that kind of thing. I don't think too many people are doing that, so I was like, why not? I'll do that. Because a lot of my videos are based on characters that he created, so why not? Um, yeah, I got to see him in person one time, like at a Comic Con. So that was cool. I wanted to go up and meet him, but there's a long line of people all the way to out the door. So it was like impossible. I wanted to give him like a little figurine I made of him. That would be the figurine right there. But I did get a chance to show his people, the guys that were working with him, and they were like, "That's pretty awesome." So I think they showed him, so he got to see it. So that was pretty cool and liked it. So that was cool. When I first heard of Stan Lee was back in the 90s. There was the Fantastic Four cartoon, and there was the Iron Man cartoon. And he used to introduce those cartoons. Every episode, he would introduce them. And I was like, this guy seems pretty cool. He's like, like he was the creator of them, and he was all excited and stuff, and get you excited to watch it. So he made me excited to watch this stuff. So that's when I first heard, and his enthusiasm and stuff that made me want to work for Marvel. Like I wanted to make comic books when I was young. So I did. I started making comic books and stuff, little superhero comic books. So because my goal was to work for Marvel, but of course as I got older, I was like, I don't want to do comics all the time. Uh, and so I ended up doing a different type. I went a different direction, but I always still appreciated um, the heroes and stuff of Marvel Comics. My favorite superhero has always been Spider-Man from day one since I can't even remember. I remember the very first action figure toy I had was a Spider-Man figure. That's how long ago it was. Um, yeah, and I just always like Spider-Man. My dad got me into him and stuff, and I read the comics when I was little, and then I ended up watching the '90s cartoon, which really got me more into it more. And yeah, I really appreciated that him making that character because Spider-Man's life was a lot like my life. I felt like when he was younger and stuff. Because like he worked at a newspaper, I worked at a TV studio. His boss was an angry boss. My boss was just like J. Jonah Jameson. It was like mirrored each other. It was kind of funny. My dad was kind of like Uncle Ben. He had little sayings and stuff to say that took, and he ended up passing and stuff like that. But I didn't blame myself for him passing, nothing like that. So yeah, it was pretty cool. One thing that really stood out was I saw an interview about that Stan Lee did, and he was talking about the heroes he created, and he mentioned about how these heroes are for everybody. Um, he didn't discriminate, and had just for certain people. And the thing that stood out to me the most is when he was talking about Spider-Man, and he said that Spider-Man wears a mask and no one knows who he is, and he could be anybody. He doesn't have to be a white guy. He could be a black kid, and that stood out to me. This was even before Miles Morales was created. When he said that, I was like, I felt like he was talking to me or talking about me, and I really, really appreciated that. So there was not a bit of racism in him. He created the X-Men to mirror the civil rights movement. If y'all didn't know that, um, and I always thought it was kind of weird that mutants were like these guys got superpowers. They should be like the world should be loving them, but the world hated them, and he was doing it based off of the civil rights movement, based off of black people. So basically, being a mutant was like being black, and that was like, wow, that just blew my mind when I was younger. I was like, wow, he got the black experience down, and he's a white guy. Like that's funny. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. He even created Black Panther. I didn't know that till like this year. He created Black Panther. So anywho, that's my thoughts about him. Rest in peace, Stan Lee. Um, yeah, and you guys stay tuned for some videos that I'll be doing based on some of the characters he created. Like, like uh, I might do a Spider-Man series coming up very soon. And, I got some more rated X-Men coming up. And Hancock will be coming back. He's going to meet a couple of Marvel characters. We'll see what Marvel characters is next for Hancock to meet. Have no idea what characters he'll be meeting, but we'll see. We'll see. So that's all. You guys take care.